Hello, fellow Mega Tennis, and welcome to another episode of Niche Game Trivia. A real quick thing before I start, I'm really having a lot of fun making this YouTube content, and I hope to continually increase the quality and consistency of my uploads. I get that some of you might be a little annoyed that I'm doing a bunch of different things, so bear with me and comment on what kinds of things you enjoyed and what things you don't like. I'm definitely open to feedback, and I welcome criticism, so have at you. You guys liked the first video about Strange Journey trivia, so here's round 2. First off, Strange Journey is one of only 11 titles on the DS to get an ESRB rating of mature. Among the reasons given were blood, foul language, scantily clad demons, and penis demons, obviously. I talked a bit about the Jack Frost-led game Synchronicity Prologue, but when it was first shown, it was actually released as a fake game, with texts saying, Shin Megami Tensei Deep Strange Journey is a lie, then proceeding to show DSJ game footage. For whatever reason, Atlas only kept the game available for free until December 2017, at which time it was removed from the website. And the game Synchronicity Prologue has a unique story set right before the events of Strange Journey, and in it you meet Jay, a new character whose design isn't based on a demon, but rather on the capybara. In the game, you unlock a Demonica suit for Jack Frost to wear, and if you idle for long enough, the mask will open and it'll reveal Jack Frost's face. Speaking of Frost and Pyrojack, if you speak to these two while recruiting, one of the responses that you may be able to choose from is mascots aren't scary, thus breaking the fourth wall, which can result in Frost joining the party, but if you do that with Pyro, he will attack you. And here's a little bit of a meme correction. People tend to relate the bomb status and Bites the Dust as a JoJo reference made for Strange Journey, whose name is eerily similar to Bizarre Adventure, but the status, effect, and move aren't exclusive to Piscasa or Strange Journey. Malsum and Murmur, who are demons featured in Soul Hackers, will also use the same skill, though it is unknown whether this move was included in the 3DS re-release or if it was included as well with the Sega Saturn original release. I also missed an AI from the list being the ship's computer AIs. This AI was Verne, a reference to Jules Verne, author of Journey to the Center of Earth and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Strange Journey is often considered to be SMT4, but not because it takes place in Antarctic instead of Japan. But in actuality, it was never going to be SMT4. According to Eiji Ishida, the game's quality was so high that certain people within Atlas, including Kazuma Kaneko himself, were willing to consider it SMT4 instead, but it was an idea shot down by Ishida, who insisted that it was always considered to be something else other than SMT4, even in the beginning. In the previous video, I mentioned SJ underperforming. Well, I hope you bought your copy of DSJ, because Ishida said that in an interview with Retronauts, we would like to consider a sequel, and we actually have ideas for the story and a new game experience. Whether we can make it happen, though, depends on how well this game performs. And if you love timelines and figuring out where games go chronologically, sorry to say, but Ishida also says Strange Journey has no chronological relationship to the rest of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. Atlas opened themselves up to many questions during the promotional period of Deep Strange Journey. Here's a few more interesting responses. Eiji Ishida said his favorite female crewman is Chen. When asked about Anthony's skills, Ishida said although he is in the mobile task force, he is not very skilled and he also won't shoot female demons. When asked about if DSJ will have content like Persona, Ishida said that there is a quest to help Anthony, who is in love with female demons, but unfortunately there is no quest where the player's own love behavior is built into the game. So the main character, Jimenez and Zelenin, are all stated to be in their mid-20s, and Gore is in his 40s, while Alex is in her late teens. I decided to look into what US Special Ops average ages were, and for enlist members it's around 29, and for officers around 40, so this is a very, very elite crew. Kazuma Kaneko gets asked what his favorite demon is quite often. For his interview with Nintendo, he says that he has trouble saying what his favorite demon is, but in Strange Journey, the demon he used the most was Frost Ace. The film adaptation of Annihilation was released around the same time as DSJ, which drew comparisons to Deep Strange Journey. Interestingly, Maya Sakamoto, the voice actor for Zelenin in Strange Journey Redux, was the Japanese dub actress for Natalie Portman in Annihilation. She's the exclusive Natalie Portman voice actress in Japan, and also the Japanese voice of Aegis in the Persona series. When asked about what the protagonist eats, Ishida says that they have a competent cook, but since the food is most likely based on nutrition alone, that it doesn't taste very good. He adds that they also only have a small shared shower room that recycles the water. At Tokyo Game Show 2017, Deep Strange Journey took a lot of attention, having a special live stream, special exclusive merch, and even a Demonica helmet made by Koichiro Hatsuda, who would later go on to release a line of high-end jewelry based on Megaten, one of which featuring Alex's Demonica as a ring and necklace. Also announced was Furyu's Mina no Kuji lottery, which featured quite a few Strange Journey-centric pieces of merch, notably a Bugaboo mask and the Demonica and Demoniho buckets. And another interesting piece of trivia is the EX mission The Shadow Withdrawals is called in Japanese Kage ga Yuku, and this name is the Japanese name for the short story Who Goes There by John W. Campbell. And this story was the inspiration for two films, The Thing from Another World and John Carpenter's The Thing. I also brought up that Atlas USA has special passwords, but Atlas Japan had them too. In fact, they had a blog and website dedicated to them. Among the passwords was the password Shoji Meguro, which would summon Alciel. And that's it for this episode of trivia. I know it's a little lighter, but I tried to do the trivia things that people didn't know. Everyone knows about the Jimenez thing, you know, the Mistress Jimenez, and I didn't want to do any of those kind of easy to find things. So if you like this video, then go ahead and do the like thing, subscribe, and also comment on what thing I should cover next in terms of these trivia videos. I have a few other videos in the pipeline, so if you like that I'm doing a varied amount of content, then get excited because I'm doing like 4 different types of videos to be released soon. And if you don't like it, then you can just beg me to stop in the comments. Buy my merch. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, fellow Megatenists.